There you go.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, we got, let me see what my guy's name is today. Let's see.
It's the same.
Fanders and SCSU #1 fan, Chuck Little John. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
What else?
It's hump day.
That's right, baby. Happy hump day to everybody out there. Welcome everybody out there on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Remember, bring a friend, tell a friend when you come to the channel, man. We have a great show for you all today. But before we do it, man, let's welcome some new members to the family. Mr. Phil Harris, my cousin. Appreciate you finally jumping on, my guy. He watches all the time, but he finally subscribed to the channel. We are now up to 480 on YouTube, man. So, hey, keep coming in, everybody. Keep coming in. Keep telling your friends, telling your family members about the crew and you. And then 2 live show featuring Ice Cold, man. Thank you for your subscription, big dog, man. Appreciate you rocking with us. Remember, always tell a friend, bring a friend when you come. All right? Kamar, yeah, what's up, Brody? Hump day. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up? All right, man. Let's give our great sponsor a quick shout out before we jump into it. And everybody knows who he is. My wife loves him.
Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
That's right, baby. The crew and you. And also, while we are on this topic, man, and while we are giving out things that are happening and people to join in on, the crew and you is partnering up with the Adaptive Life Foundation for a charity golf tournament on April 10th. Make sure you bring your foursome to compete, fellowship, laugh, golf with the TCY crew. I mean, it's for a great cause. Adaptive life living for people who have had to change their life up for one reason or another. It's a great cause. It's happening. We would love for you all to come join us. Tell a friend about it. Bring your crew. Come play some golf with your boys, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. April 10th, all right, 2023. What up, Pop? Welcome on, baby. Welcome on. All right. So this is Black History Month, and you know we always try to spotlight somebody on this particular day when we put our show on. And today's spotlight person of the day is going to be somebody I think y'all might get a kick out of. And speaking of kick, Mr. Billy Blanks, the inventor of Tybo. I don't know if y'all remember Tybo. As a youngster, I remember my mom having a Tybo tape, and it was the first workout tape where they had karate, taekwondo is what he used to do with it, and with the music going. Billy Blanks, man, had you working out for real in your living room, getting it in. I've been having that Jane Fonda back then and all those. He was the black inventor of Tybo, So Billy Blanks, this was like in the late 80s or mid 80s when this happened. Billy Blanks, man, that is our spotlight person of the night. OG, do you remember Billy Blanks, man?
Oh yeah, back then I tried to do Tybo, man. Yeah, I definitely remember Billy Blanks. Yeah, he's one of a kind, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. I think he's like 67 years old now, still in great shape.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Tybo. I guess they don't have it on. Maybe it's on YouTube or something, but he doesn't have. Back then we had VHSs,
Right.
and went to DVDs, and I don't think we have DVD players anymore either. So I guess we're not doing that anymore. Marquise Crowder, man, welcome on, my guy. Hey, for all of your jersey needs, this is the guy to come see. My dude, Marquise Crowder. You can reach him on Facebook. Go to his message, man, and send him what you like, and he'll have it to you, man. So, great
Definitely.
guy. OG has a jersey.
I got more than 8 jerseys.
You got
I
more
like 5 jerseys.
5 jerseys. My bad. I'm selling them short. I'm selling you short.
Yeah, but I mean they're great jerseys. I mean, great first quality, man. I mean the stitching and everything on these jerseys are unbelievable. So yeah, like you say, if you need jerseys, reach out to my man.
Yes, Marquise Crowder. I have a buddy of mine, Dwayne Happel, as well, man. He lives by him. He said he actually, before he bought a Marquise Crowder jersey, he actually went to the store to buy I believe it was a Falcons jersey or a Hawks jersey. And he says these jerseys right here are better quality than what he bought from the store. The actual, Hawks store it was. So, hey, man, big kudos to Marquise Crowder, man. Like I said, if you all are in need for a jersey for any team, baseball, football, basketball, he has everything you need. So, my guy Marquise Crowder, man, quick shout out for him. And then, since we're still doing shout outs, let's give a big shout out to Kamarie White and his wife. The Ashley and Kamarie podcast, comes out every Monday. Great show. Great show, man. I'm sorry, Tuesday, not Monday. Tuesday it comes out. Tuesday morning. So check them out, man. I always have some great topics. They have some very interesting, some great knowledge that they gave out this week, this last episode, man. So check them out, man. Check them out about Black history. So hey, good stuff.
That's what's up.
All right, and then you got to check my wife out. That's Right podcast. They have a new episode that's out as well. So check them out on all your social media platforms and all your podcast platforms. All right, man, let's jump right in. I'm trying to hold off, dog.
Yeah.
All right, how you doing today, big dog?
I'm doing great, man. How was that Valentine's Day?
Oh man, Valentine's was beautiful. We actually celebrated on the weekend.
Okay.
Not with the weekend, but on the weekend. Yes. So it was really nice. Man. We had a good time. Stayed downtown and had a masseuse come in and give my baby a massage. Just a lot of relaxation. a lot of room service, and we went one night down to the Optimist, one of my wife's favorite restaurants. She had the um what's the doggone shells, the
Lobster, crab.
no, the oysters.
Oysters.
Okay.
Oysters on the half shell?
Yeah. She loves oysters, man. They have some of the best oysters out there.
What's Becky Russell? Becky and Russell.
So Becky and Russell are two young ladies that we met from Alabama at the hotel we were at. So we was down there eating, and we happened to sit next to these two ladies from Alabama. They were talking about all kind of stuff.
One of the ladies' name was Russell.
Russell.
Her name was Russell.
Her name was Russell. Probably the funniest women you would ever meet in your life.
I'm sure if a woman's name is Russell, that's funny. Why off the rip?
They were hilarious. So my wife was like, they're a little eavesdropping, in their conversation. And they saw her eavesdropping. So hey, well, you know what? Since y'all are already here, let's just bring y'all into our conversation. Man, we talked for about an hour and a half, 2 hours talking to them.
With Becky and Russell.
Becky and Russell, man. We tried to get them to follow my wife on Instagram, but I think they just looked at them. I don't know if they followed us, but they super hilarious. So we had a good time, man. We had a good time. How about y'all?
Yeah, great time, man. Actually, we're gonna celebrate this week coming, and I have to tell you about that later. But we're gonna be gone all week, so
okay. Oh, y'all going the whole week thing.
No, that's right. So me and my wife, we did the same thing in a sense. We did a New York jet set, for the weekend. We went to New York City and we saw a Broadway show. Flew in, through LaGuardia, and like I said, we just kicked it downtown. Let me tell you something. We had the best authentic New York pizza that I've ever had. I tell you, so because I said it's two things I wanted to try to get while I was in New York. I wanted to get an authentic slice of pizza, how they had the huge slices or whatever, and I wanted to get probably a cheesesteak and a cheesecake, because my wife, she wanted to eat everything. So
right.
we go downtown. We stayed near Broadway.
Okay.
Right down, just right in the meat of downtown. Yeah, and honestly, this is my first time being down there. We called a cab, from the airport to the hotel, which was $75. We thinking that, look, my wife, let's just we got like $30 or whatever. Shit. But we did the same thing. We just went downtown, we kicked it, and just a quick getaway, to kind of celebrate, because we knew, for one, Valentine's Day was going to be on a weekday, but at the same time, it got us a time to also see a Broadway show downtown, on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Which was cool too. You know what I mean? It was, I'm not a Broadway person, but my wife is, and so when we get a chance to see that, I tend to learn a little something. But yeah, we just kicked it, and I ain't gonna lie, my wife had every pastry you can ask for, but at the same time, she bringing it back to the airport. We went to Junior's, this place called Junior's.
Your cheesecake, yeah.
Yeah, we went to Junior's, and we met a couple from Alabama, and then on the other side of us was another couple, and it ain't gonna lie to you, because space is limited. People will just sit next to you, because you want to go, hey man, what, move right away, but we were so close, everybody just started talking, they were from Alabama. I can't remember where the other couple were from, but like you said, we just had a great time to kick it on this day of Valentine. But while we're doing that, I have something that I want to say.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to all of the relationship support professionals out there, on their day of recognition. Today is your day. For those who don't get the phone call on the 14th, for those who have to wait to get their presents and surprises half off. You know, for those who sit around waiting for that phone call, you know.
Corey.
What? Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Today is their day. Don't do that, Charlie. Don't do that.
You're doing it.
Well, listen. Happy side piece day. You know.
See, I told you not to do it, man.
Listen to all my number twos out there. You know what I'm saying? For those who keep that person going back home. For those who, get the bill paid when when you don't know that it's paid. You know what I mean? Happy side piece day. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Albert, man, 4 years ago, who did not fire me for saying that. I got in trouble. But big shout out to Albert for not firing me for saying that when I was delivering flowers the day after on the 2/15. It's your day.
Oh, man. What's up, Roddy? He says, "What's up, gentlemen?" And OG.
What's up with that?
Dang, you are not a gentleman.
Yeah, not a gentleman.
What's up with that?
You know
That's
how
my own brother, man.
I'm saying you grew up. You grew up with him. You know he knows something that we don't.
Lisa Davis, welcome on. So, how was Wicked, man? She said y'all went and saw Wicked. How was it?
All right. So, okay. So Wicked is if you've seen the Wizard of Oz or know about the Wizard of Oz, it's about it's kind of like a precursor to to the Wizard of Oz or how it started. You know what I'm saying? But it was it's side stories on Glinda and the Wicked Witch of the South, and and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not good at explaining this, but it has to do with the witches, and it did some side stories on it. But it's a huge musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of singing. There's a lot, these are for a tall guy like yourself, big guy like myself. These seats are not designed to move your feet, but the show itself was great. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm learning as I go along about these musicals, but it was okay to me, but I liked Hamilton. I don't know if y'all saw. Yeah, Hamilton was great, but if you're a theater person, you would love it because it's a lot of heavy singing, a lot of good acting, a lot of good performances in terms of how they really do a lot of the theatrical presentations on stage. And then there's live music. When you're thinking it's a record playing or a CD, this is actually an orchestra.
It's playing, yeah.
So the Wicked, like I said, it was about the Wizard of Oz, or like I said, it take my wife to kind of explain it. She's probably going crazy over there saying I ain't explaining it right, but it tells you.
Yeah, we saw it here.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, before he became the Scarecrow, before he became the Tin Man, and the Wizard of Oz is there. It kind of just gives some side and backstories to it. So it wasn't bad.
And our son actually played it in high school.
Wicked?
Yeah.
He played what?
He was the Scarecrow.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
So did they do the Wizard of Oz, or they did Wicked?
Did the Wicked, yeah, they did Wicked.
Yeah. Look, you hear? You're not. Right?
and I might be jacking mine up too. My wife probably come on here and say I'm saying it wrong too. So.
Yeah, but yeah, it got something to do with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
In the midst of saying it is Black History Month, so y'all talking about going to these Broadway plays. I'm a Tyler Perry kind of guy.
Oh, okay. Negro shows.
That's right.
He said that's right. Let me say this real quick. Okay, so I sang my first Tyler Perry show in Baton Rouge about 30 years ago, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I was way out of place. I was young too, and I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? I got it, but I didn't get it, and I was like, I kept saying, well, why is that dude in a dress? You know what I mean? I'm like, and some of that stuff to me, it was grown up. It's grown up funny. As you get old, it's grown up funny, and I wasn't grown up yet, and I was like, this ain't even funny, Man, I shared that. I went to that show with this girl from J.C. Penney, and for free. I'm sorry.
I tell you right quick. I tell you one thing you don't want to do with a Tyler Perry show. And that's coming in late. I seen this dude clown people.
Because you came in late?
They came in late. He telling people
He
stopped the show. He'll stop the show. Put the spotlight on him. He said, these people done paid their hard-earned money. They come in here and see this show. And you gonna come in here late and trying to step over them, squeeze over them, all this kind of stuff to get to your seat, and your seat all the way down in the middle. You stepping over all these people.
Dang. I'll be mad as hell. Don't call me out.
Yeah, he called them out, boy.
Wow.
All right, so we can move on now.
All right, man. Well, you know, our spotlight person, Black History person of the night is Billy Blanks, man, and he likes to do some butt kicking. And there was some butt kicking going on Sunday night.
Oh, the fighter, the Tybo guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Billy Blanks.
Billy Blanks. But before we do that, man, we're talking about performances. And there was a performance that I think everybody was excited about at the Super Bowl. This halftime performance by none other than Miss Rihanna.
Riri.
So, fellas, man, we didn't have a show Sunday, man. So I want to know how y'all felt about. We'll talk about the game next, but I want to know how y'all felt about the halftime show. What we were so pumped up about. Let's go with you, OG.
You know, it was a show. Yeah, it was a show. I'd be safe to say that it wasn't what I expected. Compared to last year's halftime show, no, I expected it. Her to try to bring the game just like the game was last year at the halftime show, but it wasn't quite like that. The only thing I say is she's very proud she's not scared of heights, as well as other people up on them platforms.
She was up there once, Charlie. She was up.
But you're not gonna put me up on no platform like that, having the chain trying to hold me up. That's not gonna happen with me. No. You can tell me it's secure all you want to, but no. Not the OG not gonna be up on that platform. No four little chains holding me up. No, sir. But but the show. I say it was all right. It wasn't nothing to write home about. To keep your attention.
1 out of 10.
Probably about I give it a little over 5, 5.5.
5.5. Okay. So I'm a Rihanna fan. I like Riri. You know what I mean? So straight up for her to come out and do the show by herself, no extras, no, so what we found out was she did lip sync about, maybe about 50% of the show, However, we do realize that she was pregnant, because I remember halfway through the show, we were like, is she pregnant?
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I'm like, because me and my wife, we looking, and then she go to Googling, we're trying to figure out through some kind of way, is she pregnant? Because, normally she'll do a little bit more dancing, a little bit more getting down to the ground, a little bit more, her thing is, kind of raunchy. And we realized she wasn't doing it. And, it takes a lot of breath to do, to sing the songs that she sing, right? So we realized at this point she was doing the show, and I ain't gonna lie, I like the songs, I would have wanted her to sing, but then when I realized she was pregnant, I had to ask myself, what am I expecting from a pregnant woman? You know what I'm saying? Postpartum, because I thought she just had a baby last week, for her to be pregnant now. Me personally,
I thought maybe that she hadn't lost the weight from the previous baby. That's what I was thinking. And I'm not one to talk about nobody. Let's go ahead and make that straight.
Right. But your mind was going like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It was a baby bump afterwards, but then my wife was like, "Nah, she just posted a picture where she kind of lost the baby weight." I'm like, "Did she just had the baby 2-3 weeks ago?" We were just, it was, but it had us glued to the TV. The songs that she played, Diamonds in the Sky, that was the last one where she was, like I said, down there 60 feet up in the air on a small wooden platform. But Because I like Riri, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna give it an 8 because like I said, I did enjoy the show. I know that she could have done more. I think it's unfair that a lot of people are saying that it should have been more, like you said, like last year or like Beyonce, one of those shows. But when you realize that she was pregnant, okay, it is what it is. But now I will say this here, they don't get paid for these performances for Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
This is an unpaid performance.
Publicity. Right.
Yeah, right. Straight pub and straight. This is the biggest event of the year on television.
Mm-hmm.
And most people have done well behind your internet hits and just watching your stuff just because of the show. And then I'm pretty sure, just like us, you went to Google and Riri pregnancy right after the show. So I mean, I'm gonna give it an 8 only because I like the music. I'm glad they didn't. I mean, I wish he would have sang more, but I was okay with it.
That's a strong number. 8 is a very strong number. Kamaria gave it a 6.
6. Okay.
6. My dad says the hype just wasn't there. And I think we all went through the same kind of emotion seeing her out there. Like, is she pregnant? What's going on? It's so right. I had to ask my daughter, I was like, babe, when did she have the baby? I thought, it looked like it's a baby, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's about 9 months in. After the baby, I think she
I was saying she's 9 months pregnant.
No, she had the baby in May, I think she said.
She had the baby.
That's not the baby fat. That's something else.
She had the baby in May. Wow.
So we all know, you can go back in it in 6 weeks, get back right, and dump another one if you feel like it's 6 weeks later. And obviously that's what happened.
Yeah. So Kamaria said Beyonce and Cardi both put on a grade A performance during pregnancy. He get a 6 for showing up.
Who gave a good on what pregnancy? I mean,
B showed hers.
Oh yeah, that was the Grammys.
Yeah, at the end. So she put on a great performance with that. So that's a great point. Great point. Lil John said he'll go with a 6 as well. For me, I'm on that same wavelength as the OG. I was honestly, I'm gonna say I was a little disappointed.
Were you? Okay.
Because it's Riri. I think we were all excited and pumped up to see Riri do Riri things. We didn't get to see Riri things. I think she did a butt tap with her hand instead of doing her normal. She did her own butt tap. I thought that was then she smelt herself out at one point.
When she put her hand down. Yeah.
Then the whole aesthetic of it all, the other people that she had in there, now that was dope. It
was on point.
That she had running around, that was dope.
Okay.
The platform, great idea. I think I just wanted to see more from Riri. And I think that's what we all came there for. And I felt like, okay, if you knew you was pregnant, then maybe you should have just said, you might want to use somebody else.
But they've been advertising her since week 5.
They know she. Well, I mean,
or bring somebody else with you.
Bring somebody with you. Like
let's go pump it up. I mean, because everybody, like you said, it's Riri, so everybody was expecting a show.
Right. And
so if you know you're pregnant, you're not gonna be able to do your normal. Then bring somebody else that can hype it up.
Yeah. So we've been watching them advertise, the Super Bowl halftime show, like I said, since week 5 or whatever it was, they didn't announce, Rihanna and this Rihanna. It was just straight Rihanna halftime show. That when they picked her last year,
she said she was bringing a surprise on stage. She was saying she's gonna bring a surprise on stage.
And she probably knew that she was in there. Hey, get me pregnant. Yep.
But did Dr. Dre announce who all he was bringing with him?
Yeah, they had. It was Dr. well, I think we knew 50 was coming. We knew Eminem was coming. We knew, he had all the people that he produced at the time. Snoop. Yeah, we knew he was bringing all those people.
Yeah, it's kind of like you go to see a certain player, and they get you hyped up, and then the player comes with a broken leg. And he ain't able to do nothing but just stand there. You like, hey man, y'all could have told me this before I bought my ticket, dog. Like, y'all, come on, man.
So y'all didn't get it for the music. Y'all really wanted to see her do the normal performances that she do, like up and down the pole and
I want to see her dance, and not even just the raunchy dancing, but Riri can get down. That's like
right,
but Sierra going out there and not dancing.
Sierra does dance outside. Yeah. She dances better than she sings.
Yeah.
Ooh, but like you said though, Corey, they've been building this up since week 5.
Yeah,
right.
So you get the build up, you're going up. You get to the halftime show, you go, ugh.
Yeah. Now the songs were nice. I was like, oh yeah, she got hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits. So I was jamming to the hits.
Right. So for 22 minutes.
But I could have just put that in my head. I could have played that on Pandora.
So y'all wanted more dancing or more singing?
I didn't even know she wasn't singing. So I'm gonna say dancing.
So you didn't know she was lip syncing?
I was too busy looking at her stomach to see if that would have.
I know it. I know it. Not even looking at her mouth. Yeah. Is that a baby bump? Yeah. So now y'all got me. Look, now y'all got me second guessing my number. But I'm gonna still keep it there because I was entertained. And then, especially like I said, my wife Googling and we're trying to figure out if she was pregnant. But then I was, wanting to see how far it was once I realized that girl pregnant.
Yeah. A lot of people liked it though. A lot of people liked it. Kanisha said she liked the performance overall. My daughters loved it. Dallas and Kennedy, they loved it.
They went into it. Yeah,
they went into it, man. They said they really enjoyed it. So
the choreography, the other people, with all the white coats on.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said the white coat people.
Yeah, I don't know what that was for, but that was like some extra dancing. And then I didn't realize they were all girls. I thought they were dudes.
I thought there was some dudes in there. One of the dudes?
They were all girls. They were all girls.
When they was doing the body roll, I thought those were dudes.
They were all girls.
Okay. Interesting. Speaking of interesting, man, this was a very interesting Super Bowl. Some call it, it was a great game with a terrible ending. Let me know. Do y'all feel the same way about the game? Let's start with you this time, Corey.
Man, let me tell you something. I thought, you ever seen a race and then you think somebody just they shot out the blocks and they hauling ass, and then out of nowhere another racer comes that done picked up some speed. That's how I felt with the game, because I said the Eagles look great. The offense looks great. They went for 7 fourth down conversions. They converted 7 fourth down conversions. I mean, without hesitation, they were going for it. They're like, listen, we're going for it on 4th and 13 or whatever. They just going for it. And I was like, I felt like their offense had more fluidity. You know what I'm saying? They were ready to do this. And when the fumble happened, they got back into the game. Mm-hmm. And big kudos, big shout out to Andy Reid, and he gave credit to Eric Bieniemy for making a halftime adjustment like no other, to get themselves back into this Super Bowl game. Mm-hmm. On top of that, Jalen Hurts had one of the best performances on a losing effort that I've seen in a long time. So it wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? It was just it was a good game on both ends, and to have the referees at the end of the game, and honestly, the call was there, but like some people were saying, you don't let the referees make that call at the end of the game. Now, could they have, 2-3 plays later, done something else? Because they were already marching down the field.
Mhm.
But to call the penalty, they were like, at the Super Bowl, you let them play. But I think we've said this on more than one occasion. You don't come to a game to let the referees decide the outcome. But I can't be upset. I didn't have a whole lot of stock in either team. I picked one, but would I have wanted to see Jalen have a little bit more time to do some more things on the end? Sure, but it ain't like that. These boys trying to get the chip. They trying to get the ring. Not give another person another chance to win. So I like the game. I think that was the only thing. You didn't want them to end that for you.
Mhm.
So
OG?
yeah.
Oh, I agree with what Corey said. I mean, it was it a call? Was it holding? But you don't make that call right there with a minute 38 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah.
Come on now. Because how many calls? I mean, I'm sure there's a call during the game that they missed. Or they could have called and they didn't call. But you will call this one right down. Third down, I think in 8.
Mhm.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Now let me ask y'all this: did he have a chance to catch it?
No.
No.
Oh,
No. Not at all.
Go ahead.
You don't make that call. I think that and that was the call of the game. That pretty much ended the game. Because they basically ran the clock out with 11. I think they kicked the field goal with 11 seconds left to go in the game.
was it 11?
Yeah, I think it was 11. Then I think at the time they called that penalty, it was a minute and 38 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah, but you remember right after that, Pat Mahomes ran for like 20 yards.
Man,
Right, but
with
I'm saying that shouldn't
a
happen.
bad wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, with a bad wheel.
Now I won't take nothing away from him. Now he got guts. Now he played with guts like he did in the AFC Championship game. Because I'm thinking, oh man, he done got hurt here at halftime. Tweak that ankle again. Well, this might be over. Then he come out like
didn't hurt.
I'm about to go in there. I'm going to investigate to see what happened in the locker room at halftime. Because I'm gonna tell you, when Kansas City came at that locker room at halftime, they were nonstop.
Yeah.
I guess the most disappointing thing to me was I thought both defenses would go shut down something.
Yeah,
but man, I mean, come on, but the defense.
Yeah. Did y'all see them last 2 touchdowns that they had too? It was just like nobody was checking them. They were wide open.
Oh, you know something? I heard something about that too, real quick. Now that game and go. I heard that Bieniemy. I don't know if they say that the Jacksonville Jaguars did this play where they run the guy in motion and the guy for Philadelphia is running so hard trying to beat him to the other side.
And he just turned the other way.
Yeah, and then when that receiver stopped all of a sudden and cut back the other way, and they wide open and they killed him with it twice.
Yeah. 2 on both sides. I'm talking about they hauling ass and it just stopped. That's hard to do too, bro.
So that just goes back to say why is Bieniemy not getting those looks like everybody else is? We got a offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, both from Philly, got head coaching jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Been in that position, I think, for 2 years.
Yeah.
And Bieniemy been in Kansas City, I don't know how many. I know well more than 2 years. But just
since 2013.
Not giving that opportunity. I think that's just ludicrous.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. That's my soapbox. Go ahead, Jake.
You got a great point with that, Eric Bieniemy. He has 2 Super Bowls, and his team has been a top 5 offense since he's been there, and he's still not getting any looks. And Andy Reid is upset about it, and as well as he should be. And I think a lot of people are upset about it. So, but to go back to the call, so y'all are saying that it was a call; they just shouldn't have called it.
Right.
I don't think it was blatant enough to be a call.
He pulled the man. I mean, he said he pulled the man.
He said he pulled him. Yeah, he said he had him.
He got paid to say that. He got paid to say that.
He was just hoping they wouldn't call it, and that I respect that. But the same thing that happened with the Saints in their game, in the championship game, when they got hit early and they didn't call it at the end of the game. Remember that Minnesota game, New Orleans game in the playoffs to go to the I guess it was the
Super Bowl or the NFC Championship or something. Yeah.
You talking about the catch when Minnesota was winning?
He hit him early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The ref didn't call it.
No call. With that Minnesota New Orleans?
Yeah, Minnesota New Orleans.
Yeah.
You have to call if you see it, you have to call it.
Come on, G. I'm sure. So you gonna tell me that the referees are gonna call everything they see? If that's the case, it could be a penalty on every game. I mean, on every play.
You miss calls. That's so the problem is we want you to call everything you see, but sometimes you miss calls. But if you see it, you got to call it. That's your job. That's your job.
So I guess what they're going through is they wanted them to let those plays go with a minute something left. They was like, you let them guys play because they're playing hard.
But he's cheating. He's obviously holding the guy.
He holding his ass out. He is holding.
I need to go back and see who threw the flag. Though.
So I guess that's why I was asking y'all. Did y'all think that he would have caught up to that catch?
No, that's why they call it a holding, not pass interference.
Pass interference. Oh, you caught.
I need to go back and look at that and see which official threw that flag.
That's why it's only 5 yards. So I don't have a problem with it. Like that's
because you picked Kansas City to win, man. Don't go with that.
Look, we talked about that against the Commanders when dude was tackling your guy early, and you said they should have called it at the end of the game. They should have called it.
But G, that was blatant.
He was holding.
That prevented the catch.
This was blatant.
If he hadn't been held, he still wouldn't have caught that ball.
No, but that's why it's called. That's why it's holding and not passing the.
But I'm saying it didn't impede his progress. He still wouldn't have caught that ball.
But you still can't hold.
Yeah,
like I said, let them play the game, man. That's bull.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't call it a bull when it was a foul. You know what I'm saying? It was, he held him, but at the same time,
a penalty they can call a penalty on every play in the doggone NFL. If that's the case, but they don't.
They got to see it though. They got to see it.
They do see him.
They were the only two on that side though, Charlie.
Yeah, that was.
They were the only.
I'm saying
he was in front of everybody. He was in front of the world. Like
you can't. But I'm saying you can't rightfully tell me that they did not miss no other calls in that game.
I'm not. They probably did.
But you go wait till you get down to a minute and 38 seconds and make the most crucial call of the game.
Because that's when everybody looking. Now you don't want to be that ref to miss a call.
So y'all saw it before it was played back.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well, no, I didn't. No, I didn't because they didn't show it. No, but once they showed it, I was like, oh yeah,
it's a call, you know.
You don't do that, man. It's a minute 38 seconds to go in the game.
Pat Mahomes threw it. He pointed at the dude.
Nah, he pointed at the flag.
No,
he pointed at the flag.
He pointed at the dude like this is. Hey, that man was holding right here.
Nah, you don't know. He was pointing.
Your quarterback expecting you to be at a certain spot. That way, because when they were asking about it, he said, "You expect your guy to be at a certain spot. That's why I'm throwing it to." You know,
bull, man.
Hey, man, I ain't no quarterback. I'm just telling you what he said.
I'm saying that's bull because if that guy hadn't been hold, he still wouldn't have caught that ball.
He probably had a better chance.
He wouldn't have caught it.
He would have got close. Body would have been closer.
Yeah, he would have. He probably would have been ball.
Okay, y'all remember throwing one of these sayings out there at you. Y'all keep talking about he probably would have had a chance.
Hey,
if, ands, and buts.
No, not really. We just saying. I mean,
okay.
He would not have caught that ball.
He probably wouldn't have threw it like that either, because he'd probably been open.
Now what did Corey just say? No, what did Corey just say?
He would have been wide open if he would have been held. So he was
running down the field. Right where he run no slant or nothing like that.
No, he did it out and up.
Right.
Right. So
he was going. So he was a take to go up all the time.
He bit on the out. So if he would have got up, he would have been wide open. All he had to do was just throw it to him.
So this is my thing right here, fellas. If the ref wouldn't have called it, it would have been way more controversial talk than making the call that was a call. Yeah. What we're arguing right now is, y'all let them boys play. But if he didn't make the call, then it's terrible. It's a terrible miscall. You know, You rather not.
He don't need to be in no more games.
Yeah.
Find the ref. We need to find the ref. Like,
it's a terrible missed call. It's a terrible call. So we gonna agree to doggone disagree.
But that's what I said. Which one would you rather be if you were the ref? A no call, or you did the call and then somebody go, "Hey, you should have let it go." Hey, but it was a foul. You know, it was a touch.
I'm getting my check either way. I'm getting my
holding, 5-yard penalty.
Did
it result in the first down?
Yeah. That's automatic first down.
Yeah,
but that one play didn't cost the game. Was what my dad says, and I agree with that. They were up.
That one play maybe didn't cost the game, but that one play sealed the game.
They were up 10 points.
That one play sealed the game.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this here. With Pachenko, when I thought that it wasn't Pachenko, or was it the other running back? I thought he was just gonna coast into the end zone and he stopped.
That was number one. I think that was the other running back. Number one. I can't remember. I don't know what his name is. He stopped at the like at the 1 yard line or something.
At first I was like, what in the hell is he doing? Then I had to think about it. Yeah. You know, which like I said, you don't want to see that type of ending. You know what I'm saying? Where they were just sealing the win. You know, they would, don't give them, they didn't want to give him any time to get down the field, or get Jalen any time,
we'll talk about that last throw too. We'll talk about that last throw.
So I think with that play, when he stopped at the 1 yard line, it absorbed like 51 seconds or something like that, all together. Cause I think they downed it one time and then, because it was third.
They was out of timeouts. They were down it twice.
Yeah. So it took away I think, or maybe it was over a minute. I don't know, but I get what they were doing at that point. And most coaches don't do that. Between Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, they knew that this was the call to make. Yeah. Don't go in the end zone.
Either we go into overtime or we win it. That's where you want to be at. That's where you want to be at as a coach. Yeah. And for me, I think, and I've said this several times, man, you could score on the Eagles. And that front seven of the Eagles, they got manhandled by that front five of the Kansas City Chiefs.
What? Hold up.
So Kansas City did get manhandled? Huh?
Wait a minute. What were you? I'm lost. Did you see Pat? So y'all told me, man, they leading the league in sacks. They got 0 sacks.
What did I say at the beginning of this game? What did I say at the beginning of this conversation when you asked me about the Super Bowl? What did I say? What did I say?
Pat Mahomes got sacked 0 times with this front seven that was so prolific all season long.
Jalen Hurts didn't get sacked, did he?
He got sacked, I think, twice.
Did he get sacked?
You know something, G.
But he had a great game though. Jalen played a great game.
But you know something? When you for a team or you against somebody, you can always throw that undercover shade out there.
No, I'm just saying.
I started my conversation saying that both defenses were disappointing. But you're gonna try to make it a point that Kansas City defense Kansas City offense just pounded Philadelphia, like Philadelphia didn't pound Kansas City defense.
How many points did Kansas City the Eagles score in the second half?
Let's go shit, did it? I'm sorry, let's go now. 11? Okay. I was saying, let's go now.
They pretty much shut them down in the second half.
Okay, what about the first half?
The first half, well, you got a whole other game to play.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So you want to always argue your point for the team you pulling for and the team you despise. Because now you're going to say Jalen Hurts played a pretty good game, but you was against Jalen Hurts during the season. He wasn't the best player on the team.
If they would have won, he would have won the MVP.
Let me tell you what was missing on the Philadelphia side. They had no run game.
I wonder
They had no run game. Now Jalen was, he was doing his thing, but their run game was fairly dismal. You know what I mean? Now
that's why I said their defense played well. Like they did. They did well. They stopped their main thing was their running game. They made Jalen Hurts throw the ball, which he did, but that's not the Philadelphia Eagles game.
What's number 88, the tight end? He came on strong at on their end.
Yeah, that was Goddard.
Goddard, yeah, he was catching some stuff, boy. He was catching a whole mess of catches that you didn't think was a catch, but
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I think I guess I was.
I got 20. I got 20 OG because I came
20
in.
minutes.
Yeah, I got
20 minutes.
I got a dub. Yeah.
Keep you in check now.
Okay, yeah, I got I picked Kansas City 37-31. And so I was pretty close. OG, you had the Eagles 24-17. BB had the Eagles 31-21. Kanisha was close. She had the Eagles by 3. She didn't give a score. She just had them by 3. And Corey, you had them 35-28 Eagles. So you had one of the score. You had the Eagles score right. You were just 10 points off the Kansas City score.
Right.
So, but a great game, man. Great game. I loved it. I love to see the Eagles lose. That's what I was there for.
I do have a takeaway though, fellas. So with Jalen having, I guess the best performance of his career to date, they're gonna have to pay. But let me tell you what's gonna mess it up. That a lot of quarterbacks go through. Now you got to find another offensive coordinator. Now you got to find somebody that could utilize your talents and strength to their offense, because that person now he's getting an opportunity to be a head coach somewhere else.
Yeah.
Whenever you get good, that's one thing I could say with Eric and Pat Mahomes. Their relationship has been there at this point now for 5 or 6 seasons. Yeah. And it gets better every time. You know, their offense, they'll add. Remember, they did that little circle offense thing. They circle the quarterback, and then, you know, they're doing okay. He knows what his quarterback can do. He knows what throws his quarterback can make. Yeah. Sometimes when a quarterback goes to a offensive coordinator change, they got to learn something different, or that person got to learn what this quarterback can do. And they can, you know, am I expecting him to have the same type season next year? I'm not sure. You know, because it takes a year or two to learn an offense and to get right. And then they got a lot of pieces that they're going to be missing next year, you know, from the defensive and offensive side. So that's the one takeaway that I hate for Jalen. I'm hoping that he's able to, you know, whatever offensive coordinator they pull in, they can utilize his talents, and then they can still keep going and they'll be all right. But that's my one true takeaway outside of they're going to have to pay that dude.
Oh, yeah. He's about to get paid. And what Lamar Jackson is doing right now is trying to make sure that Hurts is able to get paid the right amount of money. And I think
that's going to help him. That's going.
Oh yeah. Everything is what Lamar is doing. He's trying to set the bar. Deshaun Watson tried to set it, and I told y'all before, like the other people came behind him and didn't follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is make sure you get a guaranteed contract. That's what y'all are trying to work to get. So that's what Lamar is doing. Lamar is, I want a guaranteed contract. This is what I'm worth. They about
to tag him, right?
I don't know. We will know about the tag because you will be able to tag on February 21st. You'll be able to start tagging. So
that's in a week.
Yeah, in a week. Next week we'll know. So it's going to be a very interesting offseason. The Philadelphia Eagles, they have 20 free agents, unrestricted free agents.
Man,
so they went all in this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, they got to pay Jalen Hurts coming up too. So yeah, they got a really high number of people that they got to bring back. But they got some good draft picks.
And big ups to Jalen Hurts, man. He got an all-female management team, man.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Yeah, Lamar gonna get tagged." He said he's gonna get tagged. That's what, $50 million. I think if he gets tagged again, I think it's $50 million that he goes.
50.
I think it's 50 for him because this is his second time. Once you do it back to back, it goes up like another 15 mil or something crazy.
Was the second time getting tagged?
Yeah, he was tagged this past year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he tagged? I didn't know he got tagged this year. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why they was so upset. He got hurt. That's why he was so upset. Yeah. And
that's the crazy thing, man. If you got to tag me 2 times, that means that you're devaluing what I'm worth. Mm-hmm. You know, when you, it's like we can't come up with a number. You know, we can't come together and think about what you're worth. I don't think you're worth what you're asking for, and then I'm not going to settle for what you think I'm worth. So I'm just gonna tag you again. And for when it comes down to it, I don't know what he was tagged last year, but then when you come back and tag me again for 50, let's say if he was tagged 30 last year, I think the first tag got to be
like 30. I think it was like 38,
30,
35,
yeah,
30, something like that.
right,
Year.
35, between 35 and 38, and then you saying this is 50. You just paid me 80 million in 2 years when you could have came up with a contract for me.
Yep.
Golly.
So how many times can he be tagged?
That's it. I think it's only twice. So
Okay.
I think after this, he gets the, now you about to lose him for real. Now, like,
yeah. Well, you can tag twice, and then you got to give me a contract or release me or trade me,
he's
and
gone,
then and then if I go through another contract, you can tag me again.
Yeah, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Like now, like I don't want to come back to you. You didn't trust in me. You didn't believe in me. I'm not coming back to you. No.
So with that being said, Atlanta, it's been small talks about the Falcons trying to get into this frenzy that's Lamar Jackson. I think I had said it before. I don't want to give up the kitchen sink to try to get one player. I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, but I'm also a fan of being able to make this Falcon team better than what it is. One player can't do that. I want to be like, I know OG ain't gonna like me saying this. I want to be like the Cowboys where we got a dominant defensive player, when we got a dominant wideout, when we got a dominant tight end, when we got an offensive line that'll give my guys some time to make something happen. We want to be able to go out there and make those type of plays happen or type of deals happen. Getting one player doesn't do that for you a lot of times. He's gonna put butts in the seats, but it doesn't win you championships. It doesn't win you division titles. It doesn't win your division.
Right.
We got 10 picks this year, and we got almost $90 million to play with. To dump it all on one person, I don't want to see that happen. I like Lamar, but I want to believe that you give my player that we got, give him 1 year. Or maybe go out and it's probably cheaper to get a Garoppolo or maybe Carr,
Carr's free agent now.
Carr is a free, yeah. I mean, if you don't have all the confidence in there, get somebody that can get you there a little bit cheaper. Lamar Jackson comes with a bag, it comes with giving away some picks.
Yeah.
So
I do have a rebuttal for you there, Corey.
Oh, okay.
How many teams in the league?
32.
32. So you was talking about the Falcons, and then you mentioned the Cowboys. So there's 30 other teams. It's 30 other teams in the league. And
you want me to use your team?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation here.
Uh-huh.
So out those other 30 teams, there's no other out those 30. There's no other team out there that's got a dominant receiver and a dominant defensive player.
No, I use them because we know that they do. We know that.
I was gonna have a rebuttal. You know I was gonna come back with that.
Listen, I wouldn't. You wouldn't be you if you didn't. I'm just saying we know where they put their key players. We know where we know where they got them at. I could have used the okay, you know what? Let's use the Eagles too. Eagles went out and got a whole bunch of guys on that. Okay. They had a whole lot of picks out there through the draft, but then now they got 20 where they got to either trade or pick, trade or pay.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, but I had to go ahead and say something.
Yes, you did.
All right. So my guys, Mark says, man, they can use the franchise tag 3 times. So
3?
He said one more time left in them. So
it is something I want to say before we get off the air too, for Corey leave.
Okay. Not right now. You just want to say it before.
Just in time before we leave. I want to stop the flow right now.
All right, cool. All right, man. So, hey, Hall of Famers. We have some people that has made the Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna go ahead and run these people down. Congratulations to these folks right here, man. This here is Don Coryell, coach of the San Diego Chargers. Back in the day, he coached Dan Fouts.
Don Coryell, okay.
Don Coryell, man. When he coached, I think they were a top 5 offense while he was the coach for the San Diego Chargers, man. So congratulations goes out to him.
He dead, ain't he?
Yes, he has passed away. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Darrell Revis, man, they call this guy Revis Island, one of the best cornerbacks in the league for a very long time. Congratulations goes out to Darrell Reeves. Also, DeMarcus Ware. Everybody knows DeMarcus Ware, man. 13 years with the Cowboys, 10 years with the Cowboys, 3 years with the Denver Broncos, winning the Super Bowl with the Broncos and Peyton Manning. Finally gets in. Should have been our first ballot, but he got in this year. Rondé Barber, a hell of a player. Just hell of a player. He's a really, really good player. Super Bowl champion. Has done a great career. So congratulations goes to him as well. My guy Chuck Howley, ex-Cowboy.
Your guy?
Linebacker. Should have been in a long time ago. That is kind of late for him to be in. He's actually fighting dementia right now, so he barely knows that he's getting in, man. So I think they dropped the ball on this a long time ago.
So I'm gonna throw shade like OG had to. You only said should have been in there for 2 players.
Yeah. I was gonna let him finish, Corey.
I said the Darrell Reeves and Rondé Barber.
But you didn't say they should have been in by now.
Yeah.
You didn't say that. Should have been in.
You say both of them. You say 2 players should have been first ballot.
Yeah.
Darrell was the first ballot. Hey, Rondé too. What are you talking about?
I guess it's your words. If they're Cowboy, they should have been in there. Should have did it.
Marcus is only second. This is the second year for DeMarcus. He should have been in last year.
Rondé, but Rondé, he been out the league now over 5 years.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe it's not his first year. Whatever.
It's not a first ballot. This is not a first ballot.
Joe Klecko. This man is a heck of a lineman. He's only, I think, one of 5 players who has been in the Pro Bowl at 3 different positions on the offensive line for the Jets, man. So a heck of a player. He finally gets in. Should have probably been in before, but
thank you.
You're welcome. Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas, Miami Dolphin, great. Gets in. Everybody knows what kind of career he had. He played a year with the Cowboys. Just a hell of a player. Zach will leave it all on the field, man. He don't care about knocking himself out. Great player. Another guy here, Ken Riley. Another guy who should have been in before, man. I think he's top 5 in interceptions in the league. Played with the Cincinnati Bengals and I think the Cleveland Browns as well. But
you said he should have been in?
Yeah, he should have been in as well, man. You top 5 ever in interceptions. You not in by now, dog. I think that's a insult, man.
Okay.
So, but they finally let him in as well. So Ken Riley. And I believe that's it, man. Congratulations to the 2023 Hall of Fame inductees. Just great, man, to see them in there. All right. Tiki's twin brother. Yes, Tiki's twin brother.
Yeah, because Rondé and Tiki, yeah.
Rondé and Tiki. All right. So we have some very important dates. We said the franchise tag. They have to do it on the 21st coming up. And also, February 28th, that's the Combine. The Combine is on February 28th. And then March 13th, you can start talking to free agents. So free agency starts, and you'll be able to sign them on March 15th. So March 15th, March 13th, March 15th, you'll be able to sign them. They can't officially sign onto your team until, I believe it's June when the new calendar comes, new NFL calendar. But yeah, there you go. All right. Let's move on, man. Let's transition on to NBA trade deadline. We had some major moves going on. And we talked about Kyrie Irving the other day, but we didn't get to talk about this right here. Kevin Durant to the Phoenix Suns. Y'all want to just go over all the trades, or do y'all want to just stop at the big ones? Start at the big ones.
Probably gonna stop at the big ones because I don't know about my man Corey. There, we gotta keep him in mind.
Yeah. I think he got like 5 minutes left, right?
Yep.
All right.
And now I want to say my piece too. Now,
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a minute.
You're gonna need a minute. Okay. All right, so we'll just go through them all. And y'all tell me what y'all think had the best or are the winner or the winners of the draft. All right, or not the draft, but the trade. All right. Westbrook and Beverly are both gone. Beverly off to the Magic, Westbrook to the Jazz. We know Kyrie Irving to the Mavs, Durant to the Suns, John Wall back to the Rockets. Right. Not to the Rockets. Mike Conley to the Wolves, to the Timberwolves.
He's been there before, right? No, he was at the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. He was at the Grizzlies, yeah. Bridges, Johnson, and Crowder all go to the Nets, along with we had a ton of people went to the Nets. 4 first rounders.
I thought Crowder went to the Bucks.
Yeah, he did go to the Bucks.
Did he get traded from the Bucks to the Nets? I mean, from the Nets to the Bucks.
Nets to the Bucks, yeah.
Okay. Mo Bamba to the Lakers, along with several other people, man. I think we talked about that during the show. All right. Luke Kennard to the Memphis Grizzlies, the shooter. Plumlee to the Clippers, Wiseman to the Pistons, Gary Payton back to the Warriors.
But they saying it's something jinky about that with him not being able to pass his physical or something like that.
Yeah, the Warriors went ahead and signed him anyway.
They did, okay.
Yeah, so they allowed everybody else to get their players. Bay going to the Atlanta Hawks along with Bruno Fernando and Garrison Matthews. Eric Gordon back to the Clippers.
Is he? Okay.
Eric Gordon back to the Clippers, man. So, who do y'all think are the winners in these trades, man?
I'll say this. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, OG.
I was just gonna say it. I think
you got it.
I was just gonna say, I think the Suns are the winners, but without giving them that much, I know KD is a great player, but again, I'm not with these 7 and 8 players for one.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
But I think the Suns gonna come out on top. It makes them. Some people say it makes them the front runner, but I get Corey his speech real quick.
No. I totally agree. I was gonna tag myself on that. The Suns trying to win right now, at least this year, But then KD will be back next year because he still had a 4-year deal. I think right now they have a solid front five. They just got to make sure they put together a bench because KD can't. He can only play. I think he's right at 28 minutes. I think is what he's been averaging. So if he goes any further, I mean, I can see it, but they're gonna need to put some more pieces around him. That bench got to be able to sustain. Yeah. Just a bunch of shooters. You know what I'm saying? It got to be some defense because, truth be told, the only one that kind of plays defense on that front five is Booker, and he barely. I ain't saying he barely play, but he plays. He plays decent defense, but just one person can't do it by himself. But
One minute.
I'm just saying when I think about his defense, they don't play no defense. I'm sorry, I had to change that. Yeah, not really, but
yeah. Crowder was over play defense.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay on. Like I give you 3, maybe 4, because I want to hear OG. He said he got something to say. I'm gonna go in.
All right, OG, let's hear it for you, baby. What you got to say, man?
Well, you know what I'm about to say. Next time that you bring a number 3 ranked team to Columbia, South Carolina, and think that you bring in a star center that had 23 back-to-back double-doubles, and you come in the Dawn's house and think you gonna come out here with a win? Oh no! Gamecocks brought the pain, baby. 24-point victory over the number 3 ranked team in the nation, and for 18 plus thousand fans.
You talking about against LSU?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was a hell of a win, man. That South Carolina team is stacked, dog. Like they stacked. Like
They
woo.
beat UConn first, right? It was UConn, then LSU.
Oh yeah. Bang. And then they done beat, I think, what, 9 or 10 ranked teams this year?
And I like it. Look, and I like that little girl down there at LSU. She got a little swag about herself, but couldn't do a thing. Couldn't do it.
You bring that swag to Columbia, South Carolina, buddy.
And then they look. Then they beat
great wins versus a ranked team.
something
Something like that.
and then beat UConn up so good they ended up getting a second loss in the first time in 20 seasons.
Yeah, and got the coach doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah, crying now. Yeah,
I ain't realized UConn ain't had a 2-game loss in 20 seasons. I was like, what? 2 games? Man, they ain't lost 2 in a row since in 20 years.
But
Yeah.
you know,
Or 20
I had to bring my lady Gamecocks in there, right? I can pick a winner.
He said, my lady Gamecocks. I didn't know what a Gamecock was until I got to college. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, what the hell is a Gamecock? And look, I thought wrong as hell for a long time. I'm like, God, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, are they really promoting this? And then they kept saying it was a big rooster, and it's big rooster, right?
Yeah.
Or fighting chicken. Okay.
Well, man. Hey, y'all. Great show, man. Dude, let's just end it right here, man. We end it right there with the rooster. Hey, a heck of a show. Thank y'all, everybody out there for rocking with us. Everybody out there on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, man. We thank y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. My guy, James Littlejohn, my dad, Larry Wright, Snack Panther, my guy, Mark Small, man. Appreciate you rocking with us again, baby. Kanisha Davis, BB. I saw my guy BB out there. All right, Crystal Wright. Make sure y'all check her out. That's right. The That's Right podcast. My dog Stanley Carter jumped on for a second, man. What up, Stan? My guy Kamarie Wright. Make sure y'all check him and his wife out too on their podcast, Ashley and Kamarie, on all your podcast platforms. And anybody else we may have missed, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Oh, Roddy Littlejohn, Marquise Crowder. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Remember to keep your head on swivel and keep God first. And remember to join the crew and you as we have partnered up with Adaptive Life Foundation for a great cause, a great charity golf tournament on April 10th, 2023. And come join us, man. Bring your foursome. All right. We are out, baby. We'll see y'all on Sunday at 8 o'clock, baby. Peace.
Holla.
All right. Hold back, G. Have to end it.
Okay.
Hmm?